Hello, my furry friend. My name is Fuzzycub, and welcome back to episode 10 of Techopolis 2. So I've been doing a little bit of planning and a little bit of beautification. I made a little pond here. I removed all the sugarcane because, to be honest, it was really ugly. And I thought I'd do a little pond, and I'm going to do a little custom tree here, but I first need more vines and some leaves, and whoop. As much as I love spruce, the dark oak leaves are really, really pretty in this biome. So, yeah, I know we just started, but I'll be back when the tree is done. And with this little finishing touch, I think we're pretty much all ready to start today's episode. Nice! So let us start this episode off with a nice comment from the last episode. Mama V left this comment on my episode, and once again, thank you guys very much. I have put into practice what you said, and I have put an enrichment chamber here that is enriching the osmium dust and smelting it into osmium ingots. So as soon as the backlog of osmium is finished here, that thing was really full, I'm going to tear down that crusher because I hate it. So at the end of the last episode, we left off with this setup here. I did add a second one of these right here because we needed to make these guys, the reinforced alloy. And the way we do that is we take these basic alloy and we infuse it with diamonds in a metallurgic infuser. I did not realize I took an entire stack out, but you know, hey-ho, they're fairly quick at restocking stuff. Thankfully. So, moving on to the end of the mechanism line, we need an osmium compressor, we need to get a refined obsidian ingot, and we need to turn that into atomic alloy, because the atomic alloy is used to make ultimate technium, which is the aim of the episode today, and to get into the basics of power. So, to make refined obsidian, we need an osmium compressor to enrich osmium into refined obsidian dust. To make refined obsidian dust, we need to infuse diamond into obsidian dust, and to make obsidian dust, we need an enrichment chamber to enrich obsidian into obsidian dust. I said obsidian far too many times there, but let's get building. Maybe we should do it around this side. Grab some more cables. Boop, boop. One more enrichment chamber. Boop. We export obsidian to this guy, and that will turn the obsidian into obsidian dust. Okay, then we need one more enrichment chamber here. And that will take diamonds, like so, and enrich the diamonds into enriched diamond. And we make sure that this outputs to the left. Then finally, in the center, we get the osmium compressor. Pop you in here. This guy needs to import like so. Extra yellow in the back, correct, because this is the yellow slot. And then we need to accept from this side. Wait, this guy needs to be one over, I think. How do I do this? Okay, obsidian dust needs to go into the osmium compressor. Okay, so if I get this one, I move you here. I'll make one metallurgic infuser, like so. Just take these off for the moment. Then that dust needs to output to the right, like so. And you need to output to here. And you need to accept on yellow there. There we go. Okay, so the obsidian dust will get enriched by the diamonds and turned into enriched dust. And then the osmium compressor can take with some pipes like so. Make a few more of those. And we need our configurator, which is basically the wrench of mechanism. You go here. And you can input from the top. And you can output from the top. So we need to shift and scroll with this. Change it to items. And then we shift and right click. Put it onto pull mode. That should pull all of the dust out, putting it into the osmium compressor, compressing it with osmium, and making refined ingots for us. I hope. There we go. I got there eventually. Oh my god, that makes such a disgusting noise. It's like someone's murdering pigs. Oh. There we go. That's better. And if you're wondering what this thing here is, basically I need to make some leather because I want to make a satchel. Because I am tired of having to keep on going into my inventory to find all of these things. And the way you make leather in this pack is quite strange. So you take some wood, you turn the wood into pressure plates, you turn the pressure plates into log sheets, and you dry the log sheets into leather, which makes complete sense. Yeah, but it gives us leather, so that means we can now make a satchel like so. Like so. We have no wool left. Oh, it needs rock wool. How do I make rock wool? I blast slag. Okay. Boop. Now we should be able to make the satchel. Nice. So this is just basically a small bag, but I can put all of this stuff in. So I don't need to have to keep on having my inventory all cluttered. I do like a uncluttered inventory. Okay, so now that we have some refined obsidian coming in, we should be able to make this reinforced alloy into atomic alloy by infusing the refined obsidian into atomic alloy. So we need one more crusher, like so. Give that power, and you need to input from here. You need to output from there with auto output on. You will crush the refined obsidian into refined obsidian dust. Then this enrichment chamber will receive from here. You will output, eject on. So you will enrich the refined obsidian dust into enriched refined obsidian, like so. And finally, one more metallurgic infuser right here. You will input from the left on yellow extra, because yellow extra is what this one goes into here. If you just see here, it's a little bit yellow. To me, that's orange, but I'm colorblind. So this guy needs to output, eject on. You should be filling up with refined obsidian. And you need to export these guys, which are these guys, over to here. Connect it up with some cables. You need to, from the back, input. Yeah, there we go. So they're being automatically made. And then you get a drawer on top, like so, with a downgrade and upgrade 1, which should give it 128 buffer. You can auto eject on upwards. Nice. Lock and quantify, link cable. Now that was actually quite easy, apart from the whole placing the machines, but quite easy. So let's make some speed and energy upgrades and get this thing completely upgraded. Look at this beautifully compact setup. all just to make these guys. But these guys are really important because, yeah, we need to get elite technium sorted. So let's take a stack of these guys. Although we do need to pick up a refined obsidian ingot. Sound of serotonin. Nice. Yeah, anyway. Let's pop over to here. Put these guys in. Unlock and quantify. Get you linked up. And I should already have downgrades in these. Nice. Those guys go right around here. They should be filling up again. Why are you not filling up? Oh, that's right. That should be an exporter. Silly me. There we go. That's better. And also, let's grab a stack of these. Be in there. Take one for the importer. And pop one in the center. Lock. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Okay, there we go. So that is 2 out of the however many we need to make the ultimate technium. We need to get infused crystalline. I mean, we can't just duplicate one of the things that we have over there. That should be okay. We need this unfamiliar item, which is the power flux dust, or no, what's it called? Dielectric paste. Dielectric paste. And uranium sheet metal. So it looks like we need to unlock a few things. One being uranium, and we need to get a miner set up for that and some processing. And the other thing is we need to get into power. Now, power is a really cool power mod. It's actually stupidly efficient and produces a lot of power for a little input. And the reactors don't blow up like the mechanism ones. And there's no toxic waste afterwards. You literally just have to pump in some fuel, some redstone, some coal, some ice, and a little bit of water. And you have, seriously, stupid amounts of power. So let's quickly get that sorted. So to unlock uranium, we need elite technium, atomic alloy, and blank research papers. All very, very doable. On book. Submit. Nice. Is this one of the ones that I can make? Yeah, there we go. Disable osmium. Enable uranium. Okay, before I do this, I'm going to look at the uranium recipe and make sure I don't set it up wrong. I am learning my lesson, kind of. The uranium is a tier A support frame and can be processed with a pulverizer or induction smelter. To be honest, yes, I could do it in the pulverizer, and I could get 2 uranium dust and lead dust. Or I can do it in the induction smelter in one step and just get 1 of each. But having said that, I will need uranium for the uraninite for the power, and I will need it for this sheet metal. Okay. Let's grab some of this stuff, do the usual, make up a bunch of uranium, 1 pulverizer, 1 more induction smelter. Let's get this bad boy set up.
A few moments later.
And with this, we should have the system all set. I did change this out for an enrichment chamber. Originally, I did have a pulverizer there, but the pulverizer, which is here, it actually has lead as an output, which was clogging up this because it needed to process the lead as well. So I did it with the enrichment chamber because it just gives out 2 pure uranium dust and no byproducts. I did actually try, let me see if I can find one of them. I did try making these. It says, the auxiliary cactus destroys any excess non-primary items, like slag and cinnabar and stuff, but it don't work. Ben, it don't work. I have no idea how to stop it from making all those auxiliary things, but at the moment everything's turned off, so it's fine, I suppose. Actually, having said that, how are we doing on everything? We're going down slightly. Like very, very slightly on everything. But I suppose when we get refined storage, I should be able to automate that properly and have it stop when it needs to, rather than overflowing into my chest down there. Fingers crossed. But back to ultimate technium. So now we just have to unlock power, but I do need to wait for 4 uranium blocks to build up before I can do that. So I am going to take a little bit of time to go clean my house because it's getting a little bit dirty. And when I come back, hopefully we have a ton of uranium. Unless something blows up, which I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't. Now I'm paranoid. Anyway, back in a little bit. Welcome back. It's been, I think, I'm going to assume, judging by this time, about an hour and 3/4. And when I came back, all of these were filled with osmium, uranium, diamonds, and a few emeralds. And I think the main issue I'm having is when things get made and imported back in, even though all of these are filtered, things still aren't going into the drawers properly. They're just getting put in here. Now, eventually these will all get filled up. I mean, they're all quite empty now, but I think the start of the episode and our lovely commenter really did come up with the solution to that problem. I think we should take out all of these induction smelters, move them over one, add in another lapidary dynamo on each. So add an enrichment chamber there, and then one of these ores will turn into 2 dust, and then put the dust into the induction smelter. But instead of importing them all into here via this controller, we should just take these compacting drawers and put them underneath, like we have with, where am I? Over here. Like we have with these guys. There's the osmium, there is the uranium. But yeah, if we do that and then just put a link cable on it and attach it to our system, that means that with all the upgrades, all the downgrades, all whatever we have in it, all the void upgrades, nothing should go into the system and go into the drawers. So if we do that for all of it, it will hopefully solve that problem, and we won't actually get any more of the byproducts anymore. All the slag and the cinnabar and all that stuff, that will not be made anymore. So I think it's a win-win. So once again, thank you so much to anybody that comments on my videos, because you guys help me solve problems that I didn't know I had in the first place, or that I did had and I was just ignoring.
1 eternity later.
So apart from crashing from breaking link cables, I think everything is set to move over all of the compacting drawers. So what I did was I replaced all of the induction smelters with these guys, the enrichment chambers. Apart from these guys over here that were doing the stone and the glass, they were fine. They weren't causing any issues. I have added a lapidary dynamo and an enrichment chamber, which takes the ore, turns it into a 2 dust, puts the 2 dust in here, and then I'm going to output here into the drawer, and then underneath the drawer, put a link cable. And that seems to be working with everything, including replacing the lapis with the enrichment chamber and coal and redstone. I actually got rid of the coal one here because we were overproducing. I think I might even eventually get rid of the second iron one. But for the moment, I'm just going to output it here and put it all the way over here with a link cable. So let's see if this works. Let's see, grab the gold. The gold here. He is outputting, and a network cable. And hopefully, if I go to the system, I will find 2,863, maybe 4 blocks by the time I get over there. Let's see. Gold. There we go. 2,863. No extra outputs and no going into the drawer system. Can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. I don't know how many times I have to say thank you, but thank you to anybody who comments on the video. It's a lot of help. It helps me think outside the box, because when you're doing this for hours and hours on end, and believe me, it is hours and hours on end, you kind of get blinkered, and it's nice to get a second or third or 8th opinion. Yeah. Also, I kind of want to know something from you guys. In the comments below, let me know, because this is quite important. Do you like that I leave all the little mistakes in? Because I could really streamline this episode if I just cut every mistake out. But I feel like putting the mistakes in is important, because I am learning this pack as I go. And I think making mistakes is a good thing, because it teaches you how to play the game a little bit better. So if you want me to edit out the mistakes or leave them in, let me know in the comments. But for now, I'm going to get all these drawers in, and we're going to start getting the uranium turned into sheet metal and put into the ultimate technium drawer. So, after just over 2 hours, I think? Yeah, about 2 hours or so, I think everything is finally done. Like that. Everything is changed over. Everything has a link cable on it. Nothing is going into the chest, and we're all ready to go on to sheet metal. And I have already set up this guy here. So I need uranium ingot into there. Wait. Aha! That would have been a disaster. Okay, put this guy in. Okay, now we put the uranium ingot in. That gets turned into a plate. Nice. You know, I was actually thinking of getting the multi-server press with the gearworking die, but I kind of like having these here. There's something nice about the clunk sound. Lock and quantify. This stuff away. Oh, but yeah, we took all of the void upgrades out of the drawers down there. We took all the conversion upgrades, all the storage upgrades apart from one storage 3. And hopefully when they all fill up, the machines will actually stop, in theory. But back to uranium. So let's grab all that uranium. Then in this guy here, we do 1, 2, and put this in and quickly... Nope. I hate this thing. There we go. Phew. Let's take out the uranium here. Get one more link cable. Right here. Fly all the way down. Pop the uranium in that one. And put it on the filter. That should start filling up. And we pop them in here. Oh wow, they're coming in quite fast. Nice. So that means the very last thing that we need is dielectric paste. And that's actually quite easy to make. But first of all, we need to unlock power. Oh, by the way, I got rid of most of the drawers here because with all the drawers down there, we don't really need to store very much up here anymore. But yes, let's get the power book. Beep. Submit. And it gives us a manual. This is basically just, you know, how to use power, but I've used power so much, I don't really need to, to look at that anymore. So what is the recipe for dielectric paste in this pack? We have coal or coal coke, nice, and clay. Oh, I think it's probably a better idea to use the blaze powder rather than the lava bucket, because we can crush, where are we gone? We can crush redstone flux coils to make blaze powder. I think what we need then is one of these basic crafting tables made into a basic auto crafting table. It's always wood. I'm always out of wood. There's the second one. Make one of those to make one of those. So let's work our way backwards to get blaze powder. We need one drawer here. Need a hopper going into the drawer and a basic auto crafting on top. We need a 1x2 drawer with an exporter. This guy needs a downgrade, which is apparently already in there. Okay, it's in there. And this guy needs to export gold and redstone. Lock and quantify. And this guy needs gold. No. Okay. Redstone. And gold. There we go. That should be making them automatically. Nice. And again, lock and quantify. So the next thing we do is we need to crush this guy in a pulverizer into blaze powder and then store the blaze powder, keep it linked here with a link cable. That's pretty simple. We put our dynamo here, pulverizer, export lapis to here. That should be coming online. Nice. This should be powered. Nice. And we need to accept from here and output to here in a new drawer, like so, which then gets linked to here. Lock and quantify. Nice, so now the system will have access to, if I put in my downgrade, to a stack of blaze powder at a time. This guy also needs a downgrade. So the last step that we need to do... Oh, I just did a bit of a crafting thing for clay because unfortunately the clay does not auto-craft down in a compacting drawer, which is very strange, but hey-oh, we have to do it. It's done. Actually, let's move this guy over somewhere that it won't attach to a second link cable. Here, it's fine. Okay, so basic crafting table, drawer, downgrade, downgrade, hopper. You get blaze, coal, and clay. And we need 2 lots of coal, 1 lot of clay, and some blaze powder. Ah, first try. Nice, I'm getting better at it. Let's change that up for a 1x1 with a downgrade, like so. Finally, lock and quantify. There we go, dielectric paste processed. Now, all we have to do is grab 1 out of here, grab a link cable, and link you up to the system this way, pop you in there, add you to the filter, nice, grab some of that, and now we just put it in here, and I think that's selected. Yep, there we go. Ultimate TECHNIUM achieved. Nice. Lock and quantify. You guys ready to finish off this episode on a high point? Are you ready for the sound of serotonin? Ah, nice. Well, that was quite a productive episode. We managed to get all the way up to ultimate TECHNIUM. That means next episode we'll be working towards hellish TECHNIUM, but mostly we'll be working on top of this platform, which is going to be my new power setup. Already got a little cable ready to run up to provide my power reactor with all the necessary goods to make me tons of power, so I'll be able to run my machines even faster. And if you like this episode, please give me a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Like I said about 6 million times in this episode, I really, really appreciate all your comments because they do help me an awful lot. It helped me solve problems in this episode, and it will, in future, help me solve more problems because I'm just that type of bear. And while you're down there in the comment section, why don't you just click on that little join button to join the Fuzzy family, where members can use custom emojis on live streams and get a mention at the end of every single video as a thank you to help me make episodes just like this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!